Each of us experiences ups and downs throughout our lifetime. Sometimes it feels like we're surrounded. We may talk about those things more on social media than we do in person.
I think today's service members use social media as a way to stay engaged and connected. Whether if they're not on post, or they're out, or they're in the National Guard, have retired or otherwise left service, they're able to stay connected to people that share their interests, their experience, and have a way to just engage and connect.
Sometimes life throws more at us than we can handle on our own. Life-changing events, such as breakups or unpaid bills, piled one on top of another, could create a downward spiral, maybe even lead to suicidal ideation. So how do we know when to reach out to our friends who seem to be going through a tough time, based on what they post online? All of us cope with stress in different ways. So we start by understanding what's typical for a friend. What types of things has your friend posted in the past?
A lot of these posts that people will put up can be vague. You don't know whether it's a big issue or a small issue and them just venting off steam, but you're never going to know unless you take 2 minutes to send them a message, and then you're able to triage based on their response. You have no way to tell until you start that conversation.
I remember saying to quite a few of my friends, I don't like this life and I don't want to be here. These vague, cryptic ways of saying, I can't do it anymore. No one is immune to this kind of struggle, and no one is immune to attempting to take their life. So when someone says something like that out loud, take it seriously.
But how is responding to something you see on social media different from responding to something in person?
Social media is no different than being in a physical location. If somebody you know came into the unit and had just a terrible expression on their face and you could tell something was wrong, you're not going to ignore that. You're going to go ask them what's going on. It's no different when you're on social media. If you see somebody post something that's outside the norm for them, or it indicates that there might be something going on in their life, don't ignore it. Take 2 minutes to reach out and say, hey, I saw your post, what's going on?
It may be awkward or uncomfortable when reaching out to a friend in need. It's hard to know where to start, so here are a few pointers. When you reach out, get their backstory. Relate to what they're saying. Validate their feelings. Listen without judging. And give them hope. But most importantly, reach out.
Let's say it's a breakup. Hey man, I saw your post. I've been through a couple breakups myself. I know they can be pretty bad. What's going on? Respond, hey, this happened, that happened, we're just having to call it quits. Let them know, hey, everybody's been through a breakup. Hey, I've been through this before. It's rough right now, but it gets better. You've provided them hope, and you got to give them a way forward and make sure they know they don't walk alone. The responsibility is on each and every one of us to become accountable to and accountable for our fellow warfighters. It's the same way as if you were in combat. You are responsible for the person to your left and your right, and you look out for one another. So it's no different back home. You see somebody in trouble, you look after them.
You can make a difference. Before your friend is overrun, pull them to safety. Remind your friend there are reinforcements ready to help, and that we don't have to do anything alone. Just like on the front lines, reinforcements are trained professionals who can help your friend build the defenses needed to work through tough times. How are you going to respond when you see someone having a tough time?
You can make a difference. You can affect change. It may be tiring, but you have to know who to call, who to contact, where to go, and you can do these things.
Military One Source and the Military Crisis Line are also reinforcements that can support your friend. They're free and available 24/7. Remember, you have your friend's back. Simple things save lives.